Hey you guys, it's that time. Pick a story where in one of the decks or all of the decks could be a story or a message for you. So what I like for you to do is to pause the video so you can focus on which deck is resonating with you. And we'll go ahead and begin with deck number one. Excuse me if I sound kind of scratchy. All right. We have the overall energy as the Nine of Wands, the Princess of Wands, the Two of Wands, the Three of Pentacles, the Three of Swords, overall energy, Strength, Seven of Swords, and Eight of Wands. All right, so I'm kind of getting the energy of someone who is having like a change of heart. Someone who maybe started off strong or started off doing something so good. Maybe someone seems like a natural fit for something. But I kind of feel like somebody is changing and no longer wants to do what they're doing. If you are a parent, excuse me, I kind of feel like your child is keeping something from you, like maybe they no longer want to go to school, or they no longer want to go into whatever major they initially started off with. And then I get like a change of career path or a job for somebody, like either you no longer want to continue at your job, like you don't like doing it anymore, or you're just, I don't know, having doubts about yourself or doubts that you made the right decision about your career. Or maybe your child just started a job and you were proud of them, but now they feel like they don't want to do that job even if they're good at it. I feel that also the overall energy is dealing with having courage. Maybe there's something going on where you are trying to muster up the strength to get something done and over with, or it's something that you're trying to do. And I still feel like something has been like a secret, like you've been thinking about saying something, or you've been thinking about making some sort of changes. Maybe people have put you down in the past and you still carry that emotional burden with you. Or maybe you tried to do something in the past but you failed and you're like, I still want to do it, but what if I fail again? So I feel like you're needing to overcome some sort of insecurities that you're dealing with. It does seem like maybe you're wanting to start like a new project or path. It's something that you're excited about and scared at the same time. There's this fear of the past, and then also excitement about like the new beginning or new energy. I do feel like you end up doing something. You're like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and initiate change or take the first step to do XYZ. And this is just kind of like new for you. I feel like you're doing something that you've never really done before. You also might be tapping into your inner child. I feel like you're going to explore something. You're going to be like, at least I tried. Let me at least try to do something. Now, it is possible that, like I said, you start this new project, but then maybe feel like, I don't like this job, or I thought I was going to like it, but I quit, but I tried. At least I tried. Like something's going on where I don't feel like you stay somewhere very long. Now, also could be that you do something temporarily, but it's not necessarily your choice, but you signed up for something that was temporary, and now they're letting you go, even if you are good at it. Like maybe something happens where you don't make the cut. Like, I don't know if you ever worked for like a temp company, but it's like sometimes the company that you temp for will take a few people to stay permanently, and then it's possible that maybe you're not one of the people that they chose permanently. So the other thing I'm getting is that maybe to do what you love requires you to separate or leave from where you're currently at. And so you are headed towards a job or a career, or even a relationship that you're passionate about, but that means that, of course, you have to like separate from where you are. So, in regards to a love situation, I feel like maybe somebody's going to hear from an ex. Maybe this person has been keeping tabs, excuse me, or thinking about reaching out to you. And then they finally get the courage to like say something to you. So I kind of feel like an ex might try to pursue you. I don't know that you're going to agree to giving it another try. Maybe a part of you feels like there's some sort of unfinished business, and another part of you is just like, no, I need to let this go. It could be a situation where there's closure needed. There could be something connecting you to a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, maybe Capricorn. Kind of feels too like you just need to say something, like you've been hiding something, and like at some point you're going to reveal something, the truth about a situation, even if it hurts. So it is possible that there could be a promotion being offered to you, or maybe you've already accepted this promotion, but now you're afraid or thinking that you're not qualified. I feel like there's a fear in you in wanting to say something to somebody that has more knowledge than you, or at least that's how you view it. Or maybe there is someone that you respect, and there's something that you're wanting to say to this person, but you're afraid to say it. I feel like someone's also been procrastinating, just struggling on and off. Going back to relationships, I feel like somebody is afraid of commitment. I feel like maybe somebody's been cheating or being deceptive, and they kind of feel like a fraud and like they can't really commit. I do feel like they want to tell the truth, but they're afraid. I feel like some of you are wanting to go off of tradition, go off of a traditional path, like you want to go on your own path or you're going rogue. But that means that you will be like the black sheep. Yeah, for some of you, I feel like there's a situation going on where you're afraid to, uh, walk in your own truth. Like you don't want to be that person that's rebellious or different. I feel like you want to be agreeable, but it's fighting against your soul. There could also be some sort of financial struggles going on, and there's a fear because you don't know what to do about it. Yeah, I kind of feel like somebody is hiding something from their parent if you have children. Or maybe you're, an adult, but you still feel like a child when it comes to something in regards to telling your parents something or your mom specifically. Um, Now, there's also some concerns about dealing with an older person. Another thing someone may be keeping secret, or maybe you're already kind of suspicious of something inappropriate regarding children or a child. Maybe you're suspicious of a family member hurting a child, and you're like, maybe it's your grandchild or your niece or your nephew, and you're like, I don't like them with their own parent because their own parent is doing something bad or to hurt them. But maybe you don't know what to do about it, or maybe you're afraid to bring that up at some sort of family gathering. Another thing I'm seeing is something in regards to what you call it. Oh yeah, like, okay, so say you are in an interracial relationship, or your child or someone in the family. I feel like someone is concerned about having to interact with someone's family who might be racist, or maybe it's a racist family member, including if, like, you're black and you don't want your family to meet your significant other because your family is maybe very pro-black, and it's just like, like, who is this you got coming in the house? So I feel like somebody is kind of dealing with that type of situation. It's like, I'm afraid for my mother and my father to meet my significant other because I know that they are, so for our race. So it's some sort of an issue there. And then with the holidays coming up, it could be that, like, some sort of awkward Christmas dinner. I feel like somebody also is wanting to go off to be independent, but there's a risk of having to suffer. It's like you can go off and be independent, but you're gonna take a hit to the bank, and maybe it's gonna take a minute to recover. And then going back to somebody who maybe wants to do something that is not like the popular opinion. There could be something going on where someone wants to do something on their own, but they're also being rejected or don't have support. But it's like, you don't have my support, but if that's what you want to do, go do it. So someone is feeling like they have to do something by themselves. If you aren't the one feeling this way, then maybe, like I said, it's somebody around you or somebody that you're dealing with. In a love situation, I feel like somebody is wanting to come forward. Like I was saying, that somebody is keeping tabs or thinking about you or watching you from a distance. But this person feels as if they are going to be rejected if they approach you. And they might be. So it may be whether or not someone feels it is worth the risk. It might be that the person is like, oh, well, at least now I know for sure, or I tried. I feel like someone is afraid of failure. For some of you, I feel like you're wanting to rebuild an image or rebuild a brand, if this is talking about business. If your relationship has been falling apart, or if you've been trying to cover for your partner and make things seem, better than what they are, it's like you're trying to, I don't know, cover something up, or you're trying to fix the situation. I feel like somebody's just trying to keep up appearances. If somebody did break up or the relationship is unstable, I feel like they're trying to work things out again. If somebody is trying to communicate with you indirectly, I kind of feel like it might fail. Somebody might say or do something that is hurtful. Either their words are hurtful, even if they're true, or the fact that they're ignoring you is hurtful. But it's like you guys might be playing tit for tat. I also feel that someone's pride is holding them back. Someone feels restricted by their own pride. They're like, I can't let this person see me this way. Or I can't openly say this to XYZ. Like, so I feel like somebody is feeling trapped by their own pride. Also, going back to an ex that might be trying to come back, there could be like a low-key desire to be with that person. But at the same time, just kind of feel like, no, but I'm not going to indulge. I'm not going to entertain that thought. And so it's like, even though that desire is there, it's like trying to fight off that energy or block them from coming into your life. All right, so I'm going to take a quick break and I'll be right back. All right, sorry about that. Moving on to deck number 2. All right, so you have the Three of Wands, the Tower, the Ace of Cups, the World, Three of Swords, overall energy, Page of Cups, Five of Blades, and the Eight of Coins. All right, so I keep getting disrupted every time I'm getting ready to do this deck. And we have the Tower coming out, so I feel like that's also some sort of confirmation that there's going to be a change of plans coming up for you soon, or some sort of disruptions. There could be something that happens that puts you on a different path. And I feel like even if you're planning for something and you're focused in one direction and you're like, oh, I already know there's going to be a change of plan. I already knew about that. Like, maybe you feel like you already knew something was getting ready to happen, but then something turns around and happens. It still ends up happening completely differently than you anticipated, or it ends up being something else that you weren't focusing on. So either way, I still feel like there's going to be some sort of surprise or unexpected event, or just like a change of plans coming up for you. If somebody's traveling, kind of feels like there's going to be a change in plans. Like maybe someone has to cancel their trip or turn around, or be delayed in a different city. Yeah. And I'm seeing something that kind of ends up a little painful. So I'm concerned too that maybe you could be forced to move or relocate for whatever reason. I just feel like something comes out of left field. In love, or something going on emotionally, it could be that someone has been preparing to say something to you, or someone's been drafting something. And I feel like even though there's been distance between the two of you, this person is going to like put themselves out there. They're going to take a chance. And I feel like either your response is going to throw this person off, or you're going to just be very surprised at who reaches out to you, or who is in love with you. But I'm getting like the energy seem just kind of all over the place. It also kind of looks like someone being blocked after putting themselves out there. In a sense, it's like a form of rejection. Or something might end as quickly as it begins. Feels like there's something going on in regards to a water sign as well. It's possible that someone comes into your life to cause a distraction or destruction. But it's because they're like the catalyst for change. Yeah. So I feel like you're needing to just be prepared for something that's going to like fall apart in your life, or like you're being forced to reconstruct something or to start new, start fresh. It does seem like the rug is being pulled from underneath you. There could be something going on career-wise as well. Maybe there's something going on where as soon as you feel like you're saving up money or your career is going somewhere, you're met with some unexpected obstacle or event. It's like outside forces are intervening in your situation. Yeah, it just looks like there are some sort of unexpected changes coming to your life. Now, if this doesn't happen within the next week or so, then the next major shift that maybe you need to be prepared for might happen around springtime. So somewhere around late April. It does seem like there's some sort of regret or sadness. I don't know if someone's been thinking about, well, I was picking up somebody thinking about you from a distance, but it's like they feel bad about something, or they're having some sort of regrets. It's possible that someone is trying to make something up to you. They're trying to make it up to you, or they're trying to do something right, make up for their past, but maybe it doesn't go as planned. I feel like somebody's having to go back to the drawing board. There could be some changes coming up in regards to your professional life. I don't know if you were waiting on some sort of promotion. Things may have got competitive at work. There could potentially be some kind of foul play. Something seems unfair. Somebody also could bomb their interview. So I'm also getting the energy of someone who's very angry or upset. Either they're angry or upset with you, or you end up being very angry with somebody. There could be some sort of an argument between a fire sign and a water sign. Like these two people aren't seeing eye to eye. If you're constantly trying to work things out with somebody that you're not meant to be with, I feel like that might fall apart. Or outside forces intervene to take you apart from, whoever you're not meant to be with. I feel like something can't be forced. Something has to be organic. Now, the other thing I keep seeing is like love at first sight. Or someone having a realization, but only after it's too late, that they're in love. Maybe you decide to move on after someone is trying to approach you or profess their love to you. It's like it's too late, or vice versa. I feel like something is a letdown. Seems like somebody ends up feeling hurt, brokenhearted. Boy. If you're in a relationship, things don't look good. It just looks like there's some things that are falling apart. The foundation that the relationship is standing on is crumbling. And I just feel like it can't be sustained in the direction that it's going in. So, yeah, I feel like there's going to be an ending in a relationship. There could be some sort of destruction in regards to the company that you work for. Maybe the company falls apart. It just seems like something is too late. So I'm also concerned about somebody drinking or falling off the wagon. So if someone had been sober, I don't know. I kind of feel like maybe someone has some sort of a slip up and feels like all their hard work went down the drain and now they have to start over. I feel like somebody is wanting to move on from the past. Be careful while traveling. Try not to get into an argument, or I don't know, somebody could experience some kind of road rage. It's possible that you're having some sort of closure in regards to an earth sign. Maybe you finally move on from them, or they move on from you. It could be that someone comes into your life that you have such an intense connection to that it just kind of snaps you out of whatever spell you've been under. Like maybe you've been struggling to move on from somebody, and then the minute you cross paths with this other person, this new person, it's like you're like, what have I been doing? Or, where have you been? It's almost like you become aware or awakened. Somebody could be moving out as well. I'm also getting the energy of someone turning their back on somebody. Either you're turning your back on somebody because you just can't deal with their situation anymore, or vice versa. Somebody is like, I'm done. This is over. I can't do this anymore. Yeah, for some of you, some form of temptation could be the last straw. Now, I also feel like maybe there is something going on in regards to someone's mother, mother figure, or baby's mother. I don't know if this person is suddenly gone or has left your life. I do feel that if you had any type of karmic obligation towards anyone, that is done. Like you fulfilled some sort of karma with someone. Yeah, unfortunately, it just seems like something doesn't quite end well. Either that, or you are grieving or mourning the loss of someone or a job. It just seems like there's some sort of regrets. It could be that you are also desperately missing someone, an air sign, or maybe you had a dream and it triggered something. The other thing is that there is somebody at a distance that is just sad about you. Like they miss you, they keep fantasizing or thinking about you, but you're not together, so this person's just hurting. I feel that somebody was also in denial of how they felt until it was too late. Yeah. I just kind of feel like the energies here are about letting go and moving on, moving forward, having closure. Even if you are strong enough to walk away from a situation, it's like it still hurts. So I feel like you're still going to be dealing with pain. Health wise, I feel like someone needs to pay attention to their blood pressure and or their heart. Something might have to happen drastically to get your attention. Something that you've been ignoring, any type of health issues that you've been ignoring, might have to grab your attention in some way. Yeah, I just kind of feel like something's going to happen that you weren't expecting. All right, so let's move on to deck number 3. All right, you have the Devil, the Queen of Cups, the Ace of Coin, Knight of Wands, Seven of Cups, overall energy, Queen of Wands, Wheel of Fortune, and the Moon. Okay, so I kind of feel like somebody's paranoia could be consuming them. Someone's anxiety. There could be someone around you who's suffering from depression, or it could be you. It's possible that somebody is feeling just over emotional. I feel like somebody's trying to keep their emotions under control, but their emotions just keep getting bigger or expanding. Maybe there's someone around you that is very triggering, or vice versa. Maybe you bring out someone's emotional traumas or anxieties. Kind of feels like you also just need to confront your fears, confront the thing that scares you. Seems like you're going to be at war with your shadow or your inner demons. It could be something that is strictly internal, but it also could manifest through a person or people. Like certain people that come into your life are your shadow, and you have to like combat this shadow energy in some way or master it. Yeah, the strongest energies coming through are water, fire, and Capricorn energies. Anything that you've been trying to bury or suppress, I feel like is going to spring forward. It just kind of pops up like a big scary jack in a box. I don't know, maybe that something is like a ticking time. I feel like this is the second time I'm getting ready to say the B word, so BOMB. I don't want to get any strikes or whatever. But yeah, something's going on where I kind of feel like something is being wound up, and then it just comes out and it's scary. In a sense, it comes off as like having to face the music. Yeah, and like I was saying, if it's something that you've been trying to suppress, it seems like you're being met with temptation, the very thing that you're trying to stay away from. Maybe it's a person, maybe it's a bad habit, but whatever it is, it seems like you're trying to keep control of it and it just like pops out and you're staring face to face with this temptation, whatever it is. There could be something unorthodox going on or something that is not the social norms. I don't know if you're in a relationship with someone that is considered to be forbidden. Something scary could appear to you in a dream. If it's not scary, then it's just something sexual in nature. Like, still like afraid of your own self or afraid of what you're capable of or afraid of another side of yourself. In fact, somebody could bring out a side of you that you don't like. Especially in a sense of being normally a calm person. Like normally maybe you're very calm, you handle things peacefully, and then something happens where someone they push the right button, and the next thing you know, you're stooping to their level or you're yelling or just angry. Like somebody might be bringing out a side of you that you're not too crazy about. If it's sexual in nature, it might just be like somebody is bringing out a side of yourself that you try to keep buried. Maybe you're normally a conservative person and this person is bringing out like a super kinky side of you. Career-wise, you could be faced with a tempting career offer, but it's kind of like, at what cost? Maybe there is not going to be work-life balance, or you feel like you sold your soul, but you're getting paid for it. Either way, like I said, pay attention to the people that are around you or the people that you have relationships with, because I feel like they are actually a manifestation of your lower self or your shadow self. Also, in regards to the chakras, I feel like your root chakra maybe needs attention. There's something is threatening your security or your stability. Maybe you try to focus on other things that are not connected to material things, but reality hits you and you're like, this is a world of materialism. And so you realize that you do need material things. You don't want to become a slave to it, but it does kind of look like it's always that potential to become a slave to material things here. Maybe that's something that you're dealing with. Yeah, so I do feel like you're still needing to stand your ground or master your shadow side. In regards to any relationships that you could be having with people, it seems karmic. I feel like something is connecting you through Saturn, or the signs Capricorn and Scorpio, because those are dealing with karmas. It could be that someone feels indebted to you or you feel indebted to someone. Either way, I feel like there is a bond between two people, an unbreakable bond, until something is realized or learned, or until whatever the karmic debt has been fulfilled. So I'm randomly getting the name Reynard for someone, and Angela. There could be something in regards to your family that is either toxic or codependent, or like I said, you just have like some sort of karmic debt with your family. Relationship wise, I feel that this is about temptation, and likely somebody is in a relationship, but they're doing something outside of their relationship, something that would be, considered to be adultery or something. Now, sometimes, if, your life is just super vanilla, super plain, nothing like this is going on, I do have a tendency to pick up on things that you're watching. So, a lot of times this can be things that you're watching on TV, movies, TV shows, and just dealing, that's what your mind is surrounded on. Or you yourself are a writer or someone creative, and so these are the stories that you're writing about, or this has something to do with your story. Because a part of this does come off as a fantasy or an illusion. If I get one more disruption today, hang on, y'all. All right, sorry about that. If you can't tell, I'm just kind of dealing with like a little cold. Caught it from my son. Thanks, son. Let me stop talking about that. I need to be feeling bad. Okay, but yeah. So the other thing that I was starting to pick up before I ended, or just pause. Be cautious of who you get involved with, because I don't know, they might be carrying something, and you don't want to catch anything. So just be cautious about that. Also, if you were already suspicious that someone had given you something, yeah, I would definitely get checked out. Now, something also looks like you are ignoring your intuition. Yeah. Seems like you're ignoring your intuition about somebody or a situation. Kind of feels like you also just want something to go away, or someone to go away. Seems like you're trying to ignore or block out a water sign, or vice versa. You might feel like somebody is too much of a responsibility at times. Okay, now you could also be holding out for a better opportunity. It does seem like something comes your way or something's being offered to you that you feel like is more in alignment with your path or whatever this is. I feel like you're like, okay, this is more, this gives me peace. That other situation was giving me chaos, but this is giving me peace. So it also could be good that you're holding out for some better opportunity. It also seems like you're having an opportunity to settle a debt. It could be a financial debt or it could be spiritual. Someone may have made some sort of proposal to you, business proposal or something, and you were like, let me think about it. I don't know, but let me think about it. And it does seem like you're leaning towards going forward with this person in whatever it is that they propose to you. I feel like you also don't want to make a decision unless it's practical or you see that it's going to benefit you in some way. You're like, let me make sure this is going to benefit my needs. And it seems like you also want to be in control of an opportunity or a situation, like you need to be in control. If two people with strong wills are coming together, I feel like you guys balance each other. I feel like there could be potential power struggles, but it might be a situation where you guys are always willing to work things out or to be fair to each other. You are still needing to beware of someone who can manipulate, someone who's just very convincing or manipulative in some way, especially if they're a fire sign. Yeah, someone might be very charming and you might be very resistant towards this person's charm, but I feel like they might keep going or they're not going to take no for an answer. Also, two people's energies are getting mixed up. Let's say that you are sick of hearing about a fire sign. I feel like because there is another fire sign coming towards you or a new one coming towards you, it's getting kind of muddled and both energies are coming through your reading. So I feel like you're going to have to do your best to use your discernment. Who was talking about who? I feel like you're more so needing to be beware of an older person, that not older in age, someone that you've dealt with in the past. I feel like you're needing to be cautious of their energy. Yeah, either way, I just kind of feel that if there's two people coming into your life, one of them is manipulative and one of them is not. But the energies are just, it just keeps getting mixed up in your reading. Also, someone is trying to manipulate you with their depression or something, or they're wanting you to feel sorry for them. Yeah, just be cautious of that. And then you also might be trying to call yourself getting over, trying to get over somebody and just entertaining surface relationships. Be cautious of that because, again, like I said, somebody might be carrying something and maybe you're just trying to have fun and you end up getting stuck with something. So please be careful. Somebody might be trying to pretend like something is just about business, but they're really interested in something romantic or sexual. Be careful that you're not, excuse me, being delusional about a person or a situation. If you are having to make a decision or someone is trying to force you into making a decision now, I feel like you need to hold off and just make sure that you're in a good state emotionally before you make this decision. Feels like intuitively something's going on where you're having like some sort of unusual dreams, strange messages, or strange visitation in your dreams. Like something is maybe being revealed to you through dreams, but it's still something confusing about the messages that are coming through. Something might be too abstract for you to grasp right away. You need to sit with it. In a love situation, I feel like somebody falls in love very quickly, or it's like love at first sight, and someone is trying not to get love confused with lust. And I feel like somebody's like, okay, let me slow this down. Let me take a closer examination of what I'm feeling. You know, is this lust or is this love? Either your hidden enemies are going to be revealed to you in a dream, or your enemy is being exposed. Yeah. It seems like there's a secret that's going to come out. There could be someone that's also trying to spy on you or find out information about you, especially through dreams or in a metaphysical way. Someone could be abusing their powers. Also, be cautious of Like if you're suspicious of someone or you're accusing someone of something, try to be cautious of that, because you might have part of the story right and part of it wrong. And like I said, there are two energies that keep getting mixed up. So you might be reading one person's energy and it's not the case. Like, again, two people being like the same element. And you're getting like these messages about that element and you're like, oh, I don't trust them. But it's really for the other element that, I mean, the one that you haven't met, or the other one. You get what I'm saying. Something is still kind of confusing or mixed up. You might find yourself being suspicious or paranoid about certain things. A lot of times I get this when someone is like into you, but they don't know how to express it. And so it makes you feel suspicious about them. But what they're only covering up or hiding is the fact that they're interested in you. So it could be that situation, but yeah. If you can, try to protect your energy, because it still looks like somebody is trying to abuse some sort of ability or gift that they have by prying into your life or trying to come through in your dreams. And I feel like you're needing to set boundaries. The only thing I know is maybe like try meditating a protective bubble around you before going to sleep. All right, so those are all the messages that I have. Hopefully some things resonated. Feel free to leave your feedback. Thank you guys for watching. Sending you love and grace.